The first book I read this school year was The Awakening by Kate Chopin. And I actually really liked it. Most of the boys in my class did not like it because it's kind of the classic literature version of a chick flick. Not to the extent that Jane Austen is, but still very chick flickish. Basically what it's about is this woman named Edna Pontellier is married to this guy, and he's kind of a chauvinist, but everyone is because they're living in the Victorian era. And she basically has an awakening and says, oh, I should be my own person and do things for myself, and because I want to, and not just because society says I should. Which is a good lesson, but she does take it a little far sometimes, like at the end, which I'm not going to tell you in case you want to read it. There's a lot of bird symbols. Lots of birds in here. Pretty much any page you turn to, there's some kind of bird symbolizing some kind of thing, usually freedom or entrapment, inversely. But basically all the birds are Edna herself. It's not just because it's a kind of a chick flick-ish book that most of the boys in my class didn't like it, and many of the girls did. It's also because Edna is sort of a jerk. Like, at one point, her husband is trying to convince her to go to a wedding, and she says, a wedding is one of the most lamentable spectacles on earth, right in front of her husband, which is a little ouch. Also, she ignores her children a lot. Her husband is more of a jerk. At one point, he actually says, she's got some notion in her head about the eternal rights of women. Women and their kooky notions of rights. But she kind of becomes a jerk because she's so obsessed with the idea of freedom. But if you have freedom from everything, then you don't really have anything anymore. So, yeah, her husband was a jerk to her, but also, she married him, and she acted all subservient for a really long time, and it is normal that he would be kind of surprised when she suddenly starts doing crazy things. Like getting her own house and painting a lot. If any of you want to read The Awakening, you should, because it's pretty good. I would recommend this one. It's like semi-lengthy, but it has the nice advantage of being really simply written. Like, it's not hard to understand at all. So if you're looking for a classic that won't boggle your mind, The Awakening is a really good choice. And look for my next blog, Frankenstein.